There are moments in history when humanity reaches a point of no return, not because of technology, not because of war, but because people stop listening. Imagine living in a world where evil feels normal, where corruption is routine, and where no one believes consequences still exist. Now imagine being the only one who hears a warning. This is not a children's story. This is not a myth about animals and rainbows. This is a story about faith. In a world that chose darkness, this is the story of Noah, the world that forgot God. Long before the flood, the earth was already broken. Scripture describes a civilization consumed by violence, pride, and moral decay. People lived without restraint, without shame, without accountability. Power ruled everything. The weak were crushed. Evil was not hidden, it was public. God was not denied, he was ignored. And that may be worse, because when people stop listening, destruction follows quietly. Noah, a man apart. Noah was not extraordinary by human standards. He did not rule cities. He did not command armies. He did not perform public miracles. But he lived differently, while others followed impulse. Noah followed conviction, while others mocked righteousness. Noah practiced it. In a generation obsessed with noise, Noah chose obedience. And that is why God spoke to him, the warning that changed everything. When God revealed his plan, it was not emotional. It was final. Humanity would not continue on this path. The corruption would be washed away. But mercy still existed. Noah would be spared. His family would be spared. Life would be preserved. And the method was unthinkable. An ark, a massive vessel, built on dry ground, for a storm no one believed in. The design beyond human logic. God gave Noah precise instructions, exact dimensions, exact materials, exact structure. The ark was not designed for speed. It was designed for survival. No sails, no steering. It would not fight the storm. It would endure it. This alone reveals something powerful. Faith does not always control outcomes. Sometimes it simply trusts protection. A fool in the eyes of the world. As construction began, the world noticed. At first, curiosity turned into ridicule. People gathered to watch. They laughed openly. A ship in the desert. A flood without rain. Noah became a symbol of foolishness. But ridicule did not stop the hammer. Mockery did not weaken the resolve. True faith does not depend on approval. The cost of obedience. Years passed. The ark grew larger. So did the criticism. Noah lost more than time. He lost reputation. He lost social standing. He lived isolated in a world that rejected his warning. Faith is expensive. It costs comfort. It costs acceptance. It costs certainty. And yet Noah continued. Decades without signs. Imagine the silence. No thunder. No clouds. No rain. Decades of labor with no visible confirmation. This is where most people quit. But obedience is not driven by evidence. It is driven by trust. Noah trusted the voice more than the crowd, preparing for the worst. When the ark was complete, Noah sealed it with pitch. Inside and out, every detail mattered, because preparation is an act of wisdom. Faith does not ignore danger. It prepares for it. Noah understood something crucial. You cannot survive a storm you refuse to prepare for. The animals arrive. Then something supernatural occurred. Animals came, not hunted, not captured. They arrived peacefully, 2 by 2, species by species. Predators walked beside prey. Instinct submitted to command. Creation responded to its creator. At that moment, the warning became undeniable. The last open door. The ark stood ready. The door remained open. Anyone could have entered, but no one did. Then Scripture records a chilling truth. God closed the door himself. Mercy ended. Judgment began. Outside, people still doubted. Until the sky changed. The flood begins. Rain fell, not gently, not briefly. The earth itself broke open. Water rose rapidly. Panic replaced laughter. But it was too late. The ark lifted, above the chaos. Inside, fear existed, but so did safety. The world that mocked obedience was gone, floating in the unknown. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. No land, no horizon, only water. Inside the ark, life continued in darkness. Waiting tests faith, more than action. Noah had obeyed. Now he endured. The dove and the sign. When the waters slowly receded, Noah sent out a dove. It returned empty. Later, it returned with a leaf, a simple sign. But hope often comes quietly. Life was returning. The storm had passed. A clean world. When Noah stepped out, the earth was silent. No cities, no crowds, no noise. A new beginning. Noah built an altar. Gratitude came before celebration. God placed a rainbow in the sky, a covenant, a reminder that judgment is not the end. Mercy always follows obedience. Final reflection to the viewer. The ark was not just a vessel. It was a decision to trust when mocked, to obey when alone, to believe when nothing made sense. Maybe today you feel surrounded by chaos. Maybe the world feels loud, broken, and lost. The story of Noah teaches this. Faith does not prevent storms. It prepares you to survive them. And when the storm passes, those who endured will see a new beginning.